Just a quick disclaimer, all the clips used in this video are either from the MLS or the ESPN YouTube channel, and I will link those two channels in the description below. How's it going, everybody? My name is Rule Football, and today we're going to be doing MLS's Back Tournament predictions. Now, before we get into this video, remember to like and subscribe, and let's do these predictions. So here we got ourselves the bracket. Our first match is Philadelphia Union versus New England. In my opinion, I think Philadelphia Union will beat New England just because Philadelphia Union has shown some good talent against Inter Miami. Even though both teams have not really been on their game, I think that Philadelphia will at most win by 2. Next up on the bracket, we have Sporting Kansas City versus the Vancouver Whitecaps. I think that this match is going to be an obvious win for Sporting Kansas City, no doubt about it. Sporting Kansas City finished first place in their group and had some amazing goals and some amazing wins in their past 3 matches, while Vancouver, on the other hand, finished third place in their group and didn't really show the best. This next match, we have Toronto FC versus New York City FC. I see Toronto FC beating New York City FC 1-0, just because New York City finished third place in their group and just barely got into the round of 16, which is why, and Toronto, on the other hand, they got first in their group and they had some amazing performance within their 3 matches. That is why I see Toronto beating New York City FC 1-0. Our next match brings Portland Timbers versus Cincinnati FC. I think that Portland will beat Cincinnati FC 3-1 just because Portland finished first in their group and showed some really good goals and some really good talent, and a lot of players just are at the right place at the right time. So that is why I think that Portland will beat Cincinnati 3-1. And now we got Orlando versus Impact Montreal. Now, I said that Orlando would be beating Impact 1-0, but with a lot of these MLS games, you just can't predict the goals, because Orlando City probably most likely will have a lot more goals than 1-0. But like I said, a lot of these matches are unpredictable. LA Galaxy ended up getting last place in their group. A lot of people would have not have predicted that just because of the amount of players, good players, that LA Galaxy does have. Now, just a quick disclaimer before we get into this prediction, I am 100% biased towards LAFC. But with this prediction, I try to be as unbiased as I could. I think that LAFC will beat the Seattle Sounders 3-1 just because how LAFC has been playing lately. They are just unstoppable, man. These goals are just amazing. They've been scoring left and right and left and right. And so I think that LAFC will beat reigning champion Seattle Sounders 3-1, moving on to the next round. I'm going to keep this next prediction real short. I think that San Jose will beat Real Salt Lake 3-2, just because I think that San Jose has been shown a lot better form than Real Salt Lake. Now for the last match of the round of 16, Columbus Crew is taking the dub against Minnesota. No doubt about it. Columbus Crew finished first place in their group, winning all 3 of their matches. They have been absolute beasts, which is why I think that Columbus will beat Minnesota 3-1. Now, Minnesota might not even score a goal, but who knows? This is the MLS we're talking about. Anything is possible. And now begins our quarterfinal predictions with Philadelphia Union versus Sporting Kansas City. I think Sporting Kansas City will win against Philadelphia Union just because a lot of Sporting Kansas City players, they just at the right place at the right time, and they know where to be to score a great goal. So that is why I think Sporting Kansas City will beat Philadelphia Union 1-0. Our next matchup, we have the Portland Timbers versus Toronto FC. I think that there will be another 1-0 victory in Portland Timbers' favor just because Portland Timbers have really been on their game recently and there is no stopping them, especially not from Toronto FC. Now this next match, ladies and gentlemen, I warn you, will be a high scoring match. I think LAFC will beat Orlando City 4-2 just because, like Kansas City, a lot of LAFC players are just at the right place at the right time and create great goal scoring opportunities. Orlando City does have the same ability. I think LAFC is better at executing it than Orlando City. Now we got our final match of the quarterfinals, San Jose Quakes versus Columbus Crew. 100% Columbus Crew is beating San Jose Quakes, no doubt about it. 3-1 I think is going to be the score, just because this is post-Corona Columbus Crew we're talking about. These guys are just beasts. They are just amazing with their effort and their goal, and I think they're going to win. Next up, we got the semifinals. We have Sporting Kansas City versus Portland Timbers. Even though Portland Timbers has great defense and a goalkeeper like Steve Clark, Portland Timbers defense can crack pretty easy, which is why I think that Sporting Kansas City will win 2-1. Now, I'm not afraid to admit I am pretty biased towards LAFC, but being as unbiased as I can be, I think LAFC will beat Columbus Crew 5-3, just because a lot of LAFC players are at the right place at the right time, and that is a very important thing to have. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, we have the final prediction, LAFC and Sporting Kansas City. I think LAFC will win the tournament, just because you'll be watching LAFC play and you'll be watching one of their players dribble. Next thing you know, he passes the ball and now the ball is in the net. It's just LAFC players are always at the right place at the right time, just making goal scoring opportunities like left and right. It's absolutely beautiful to watch them play. And that is why I think that LAFC will win the tournament with a final score being 4-3. And that concludes our video with LAFC winning the tournament. Now, thank you all for watching. If you could please like the video and subscribe, that would be awesome. Just remember, these are predictions, not actual scores. And until next time, this is your boy, Ru Football.